Welcome to Thursday night here on the Don Vic Show, where you find new talent, new faces, and upcoming stars here live on the show all the time. What's up? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, everyone around the world that tunes in and watches the show? Thank you so much for your love and support. We here live today. We're going to talk about some things that are happening around the world. But before I start talking about that, just want to say a big shout out to Susan Victoria and her friend that came out to the investigation. It was a great investigation. I had a great time. For those of you that missed it, you guys can go on my page and check out the investigation with Susan Victoria. She's an amazing person in person. And I'll definitely go out with her again to do an investigation. I did get some orbs, flying in front of my phone, and we did hear this big bang noise that happened while we was in investigating one of the rooms. um so I was excited to get some response while I was at the investigation, so it was fun. I got to see some action. um and I'm definitely going to try to come out for another investigation. So we're going to plan something for the future to do some more investigation and maybe do some Bigfoot investigation as well. So I'm excited. Susan did tell me that here in my city, a place called Bridgewater, has some sightings of Bigfoot. So I'm gonna look into that, and hopefully Susan and I and some other friends can go out and do some investigation on some Bigfoot as well. I'm excited. I'm excited. Um, Also, I want to thank everybody who tuned in and checked out the investigation as well. Thank you guys for the love and support. I appreciate that. So, the big thing right now is the wildfire that's happening out in LA. Um, and I want to wish all my friends, big prayers that are out in LA in that area where this big wildfire is happening. A lot of people lost their homes. We don't even know how many people, are deceased. To be honest, this fire is moving pretty fast, 43 miles per hour winds. So that fire is really gaining some momentum, and so I'm just praying that a lot of my friends are safe and people in general are safe and they can get somewhere um, where they can get some help. I know the firefighters are putting in all the work that they can, um, and they need help. So I believe other states that are nearby LA are trying to come out there and help these firefighters put down this fire. It's humongous. It's the biggest I've seen. It's sad to know that a lot of people are losing their homes, and relatives, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know how many people died from this fire. But what I do know, it's out of control. Um, you know, People are leaving their cars in the middle of the roads, highways, and trying to get away from this fire because it's really picking up. And I'm just want to send my prayers to everyone out there in LA. Um, and Our prayers go out to all of you guys. Okay. I know it's not an easy thing to gasp, and I'm so sorry that you guys got to go through that. But hopefully the fire department can control it. If they can't, just try to seek somewhere where you guys can be safe. Um, it's very terrifying. I done seen some pictures that been put up, and that looks like the whole city is on fire. I mean, Hollywood signs down. I mean, it's burning, 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 and it's a scary, scary sight to see. So I'm hoping that a lot of my friends and people in general are in a safe place and got away from that fire. Um, and this is what I say, man. You never know when things are gonna happen. You can 1 minute things are fine. The next minute, everything's on fire. You know, uh, hell breaks loose. So you really have to be careful. You know what I mean? And I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about that because I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the people in LA. They're always having these fires. And usually sometimes they can control it, but this one here looks like it's out of control. Like they can't even control it. Um, and it's sad for me to see people in some of those videos trying to get away, going under the tunnel, and they can't even see because on the other side of the tunnel, it's nothing but thick smoke and fire, and people are trying to drive out of there. I don't even know if that lady made it. To be honest, she was trying to leave her location because the fire was all over her location, and she was trying to get through the bridge, and the bridge blocked her from crossing because the other side was full of fire and flames. Like you couldn't even see the road, and there's fire all on the street. So I hope that lady made it. You know, Another guy was trying to save his sister's house. He had a mask on. All the houses around her house were on fire. I mean, burnt down. I mean, it's insane. Smoke all over the place. There's a big, thick cloud of smoke. I mean, terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. So for those of you that got people out in California, man, you should be trying to call and make sure that your families are okay and they're not caught up in that fire. Um, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of homeless people. Okay, it's going to be much more than what LA already had with this fire. Okay, I mean, it totally destroyed everything in its path. Everything's burnt down. So it's sad. Um, and I'm hoping that they can get over this because it's really, really, really bad out there in LA right now. It's so bad that every event that was going to happen this year, they shut it down. And it's not even going to happen. I don't even think the location where people were trying to have these events, I don't even think those places exist anymore because this happened downtown. You know, Beverly Hills, that area there. That's Universal Studios is that way. Hollywood is that way. So we don't even know out here on the East Coast unless you got family there and you're connecting with them. But I don't know if that's even going to be up by the time this fire stops. But I got some ugly pictures that was sent to me. Um, and I'll tell you, folks, it's not a pretty sight. Okay, it's not at all. It's not at all a pretty sight. And I tried to um I reached out to one of my friends there, just one. I gotta reach out to some more that I know out there, make sure that they're okay out in LA. Um, because it's really scary out there. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for logging in. I might need you to come on my show too. Need you to come on the show. We can talk to you. Um, I believe this is Susan's page. Susan, is this you? You should come on, Susan, if you're on. We can talk about the investigation. Um, so yeah, folks, it's really, really crazy. So I'm hoping you guys had a good Christmas and a New Year's. Um, Hi sis, I'm gonna go by there this weekend, sis. Thank you for logging in. Okay, cool. Let me Give me a second, Susan. Let me send you a request real quick. Oh, so yeah, folks, it's really exciting to have been on the investigation. Um, Wait a second. Looking for Susan. Yeah, so I just sent Susan a link. I just sent Susan a link. Hopefully she pops up. What's up, IG? Can you guys hear me? IG in the building. What's up, baby boy? What's up? What's up? My brother, my brother. Happy New Year's, man. And happy Christmas. If I didn't see you, I know I didn't see you. But that's what's going on, folks. And it's sad, so many things happening in this planet all over the world, fires and chaos and ocean and waves and boats sinking and all types of stuff, man, happening back to back to back to back. It's really scary. Um, so I just say, man, just be real careful and make sure you're up to date with what's going on in your neighborhoods and in your city, and pay attention to the weather because you never know what's coming your way. You know what I mean? You just never know. I know I do. Where are my glasses at? I'm blind. I'm blind. Where my glasses at, IG? Oh, IG talking about my. I can't find them. I got about 50 pair of glasses. I don't even know what they at. Uh, you want to hear my Boston accent? My Boston accent. What's up, Donnie? What's going on? My Boston accent. What do you want to hear? My Boston accent, buddy. Okay. So, how was you guys' Christmas and New Year's? I spent it here at the house. No, I spent it at my sister's house, actually. New Year's. I was at my sister's house for New Year's. It went pretty well. We had food, drinks. It was crazy. You know. Sabrina, how you doing, my queen? Hope everything goody goody shooty shooty over there. Um, yes, we did. Um, and Sabrina, Sabrina is on South Dakota, I believe. I don't think that smoke from LA is getting to Sabrina at all. Sending you hugs as well, my queen. So, folks, yeah. Oh, so Desert Fiend is out, folks. I have to talk to Nicole and find out exactly it did it come out yet on all platforms so I can let you guys know you guys can check out the film. There your kisses. There your kisses. You're amazing, Sabrina. Yeah, the fires are very, very bad out there in LA, and I'm very concerned, because I do have a lot of friends in LA, and I did hit one of my friends up. I didn't hear nothing back, so I'm hope that she's okay. I got some other people I need to hit up from that side of town and make sure that they're okay. Um, I just seen one of my friends from LA. He was doing a live. He was smoking and drinking, so it wasn't on his side of town. So what he said to me was that it wasn't on their side. It was more on the downtown area that this was happening, meaning like Beverly Hills, downtown, LA. So a lot of people losing their homes, and a lot of actors are losing their mansions and stuff, and it's really sad. I always care, Sabrina. You're my best friend. I care about you always. I sent it on UPS, but UPS is taking too long. UPS is taking too long to rebuild new one, to rebuild condos, to rebuild LA over again. You know how they do it. Rebuild new mansions, rebuild new um condos, like, you know what they do. It's freaking- I send it to here. I hope you can catch it. Oh boy. Hope you can catch it. So I did send my friend Susan Victoria a link. I don't know why she ain't in here yet. Can't get her on here. I don't know. Maybe she's getting her makeup done. I don't know. But um I wanted to talk about the investigation, how cool it went, and the funny part that I went to the investigation, and Susan, she greeted me. She greeted me with a big hug, which was amazing, and we spoke. She's so cool. I love her. She's so cool. And then she says, "Let's go to the front of the house so you can see the front of the house." So I went to see it, and I looked up to the house, and there was this room that caught my attention. And I said to her, Susan, for some reason, there's that room there is calling, it's keeping my attention from the whole house. I feel like something is there. So she's like, really? I go, yeah, like there's something about that room. So as we get into the car, getting her stuff done, getting all her equipment, you know, I help her bring the equipment. Her friends come. Her friend comes. She pulls up. She comes in. We're sitting there talking, whatever, while Susan is getting all her stuff ready for the investigation. And then we go up and we start the investigation. Well, we got a tour first. We got a tour of the house, and the caretaker there was explaining, um, the history of the mansion, and the one next, because there's two of them. There's one next to it, and he was explaining, what had went down at the house, who owned it, and who owned it after them, and blase blase. So once that happened, and then Susan set up her equipment, we went into this room where we had some dolls, and you guys know I don't like dolls. There was this creepy one. There was this creepy doll that I felt like she kept looking at me all the time. And so Susan sat down and started connecting with George. George is a 6-year old, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that had passed away in that house. And we was trying to connect, and he did connect with Susan. He connected with Susan, and she was trying to figure out what side of the house he was in. So as he's speaking to him, I can see these little round orbs flying in front of my camera, because she asked him, "Is anyone else here besides you?" And when she said that, orbs started flying all over the place, coming in front of the oh, that was just, that was me. Um Coming in front of the camera. I thought it was just like dust, but that wasn't dust. Dust don't fly that way. It moves that way. So so I got to see that, which was cool. Then we went into another room, which was on the side that I said was kind of like calling me, and I was just getting these vibes off that window. And we go in that room, which is on the same side as the room next to it. And as Susan is going through it and explaining what's inside the room, she walks near this door where there's this glass, like this glass kind of cabinet where it holds, um, all types of metals and stuff into it. And she's standing between the door and that glass table there. And I'm right behind her recording her. And all of a sudden, in from that glass table, something tipped over and it made a big noise. Boom. Kind of like letting us know that someone was there. So when I went back into the cat, when I went back and I looked at that in my on my phone, I can see what fell, and it was stationary. There was no way that thing can tip over unless someone tipped it over, because there was no wind inside that room. It was locked in that glass table. There was no way that any air or anything can tip that thing over unless you pushed it. And it made that big bang sound. And I saw it when it tipped over on my phone. While we was there, we was looking around to see what had fell, right? Because it made a big noise, and we couldn't find anything. But then when I came home and I looked at my camera and I went over it where it happened because I had recorded it, then I seen something falling from the top shelf all the way down to the bottom shelf, which made that big sound. So again, mind you, we had already went through there. Like I had already went through there like two times in that room. One with the guy that was touring us, the second time by myself, and then the third time when Susan was going through the house doing her live and we started the investigation. That's third time, that's when that happened. And it freaked me out for a minute. I'm like, holy crap, what's going on here? Susan freaked out. Um, and then we continued the investigation. So, did someone tip it over? Could be. Did it fall off? Did it fall by itself? Maybe. Um, which I doubt. Uh, but overall, the place had, I said 27 rooms, but it actually had 22 rooms. 22 rooms, seven bathrooms, and Susan got to lay in one of the square tubs, and she laid on the other tub. Okay, which I found hilarious. Yeah, I bet Sabrina. Maybe. Yeah, the kids' room was definitely creepy. It had dolls all over the place. Um, and you know, I I only like really felt creepy with the other doll, the one where Susan was sitting on the floor talking to George, and then she had these devices that she holds like this. I forgot what she called them. They look like antennas. And so when you talk to a spirit, they can move those antennas to wherever they are or wherever they're trying to go. And they were moving on their own like that. So there was definitely something there. Um, and they were communicating through those devices. Um, I'm not sure if she got any voice because she did have voice recorders and she did have cameras recording. So I'm not sure if she got anything on those, but I definitely got the orbs. And for those of you that were watching the live, you guys seen them live. Um, and if you didn't see them, you can go back, you can go to my page, you can watch it, and then you can see the orbs and you can see the sound. You can see the thing. If you pay close attention, when she's standing by the door in the glass table, if you look at the glass table, keep your eyes focused on that glass table, you're gonna see the thing just like it looks like someone pushed it, like someone pushed it out and it fell and it made a big bang. So those were the things that I experienced um, in that investigation. So it was good. Um, sorry, I'm tired. So it's I was like a little bit iffy about it because it was my first investigation. I didn't know what to expect at the time. You know, what energy was I going to pick up on? And I picked up right away. I wasn't even inside the house, and I picked up on that room right away when I got to that location. It was like it caught my eye, and I had caught a feeling like there's something was in there in that room, and I was right. I was right because I told Susan after that thing fell. I said, Susan, remember when we was outside before we came in, and I told you that for some reason there's something in this room here that's calling me, and look, it made that thing tipped over. Because Susan was asking, is there anybody in this room? Is there anybody thing? Can you make a noise? Let us know you're here. And that thing tipped over. Boop. So that freaked me out. At that point, I was ready to go, ready to pack up everything. But Susan, Susan just wanted to keep it going. Yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm sure that there'll be more. You know, but it was a great experience for me. Um, and we're planning on hopefully going somewhere else in the future once it probably get warmer out. Um, Sean Ellis also has a plan that we spoke about trying to go to North Carolina and meet up with Tim and his son and do some Bigfoot investigations and maybe even here in Boston with Susan in Bridgewater. So, you know, some things that we got planning on doing. So we just got to plan it and execute it. But overall, I really wanted to wish you guys a happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. And I wanted to come in here and talk about the the wildfire out in California that is out of control out in Hollywood. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody that was out there is doing well. You know what I mean? Because it's devastating. It's really from what I saw and pictures that were sent. My son sent me some pictures. I mean, like it's devastating to see something like that. It's unbelievable. And I just wanted to send my prayers to those that lost their home or their family or any family member because it looks like that type of fire. It looks like that type of fire could probably took some lives. You know, and maybe people wasn't even ready uh, for it to come that way or couldn't get away in time and got caught up in that fire. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to send my prayers to those people out in LA. Yeah, true facts. At this point, you know, California is a threat. California is a threat to itself. You know what I mean? And I mean, I love California. I love for the love the heat, love the weather's beautiful. The people are beautiful. You know, but when you got things like this that come out of that jump out of the blue and starts to destroy um everything in this path, it's very very scary. You know, it's very scary, and I just wanted to really just you know let people know that we're thinking and we're praying for them over here on the East Coast, um, and praying that things go well. You know what I mean? But I do have a guest coming on the show, not this week, next week. Having a show. Um, Sabrina, if you want to come in and you want to talk about anything that you got going on, and you let me know, I can send you a request. You can talk about what's coming up for the nonprofit organization and what you're working on. You know, just to keep an update on what's going on. Um, so if you want to do that, let me know. I'll send you a friend request. I mean a link, and I'll bring you up on the show, and you can give us an update on what's going on with the nonprofit. So yeah, folks. I don't know if that fire affects Vegas. I know Vegas is a couple miles away from LA, maybe like 4 5 miles away, but that fire is so big that it created this big smoky cloud. That cloud could reach Vegas, if you ask me. Okay, because it's a thick cloud, and I mean, I couldn't even. You can't even see your hand in front of you. That's how thick it was. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm just hoping that everybody's well. A big shout out to Nicole Vegas as well. Um, she's amazing. She's doing some things, and all my friends on TikTok. Big shout out to all my friends on TikTok: Carmen, Angel, Tito, um, Vanessa, Ida, um, who else? Carol, um, Joshua. Um, did I say Angel? Angel, um, John. All my friends on TikTok. Big shout out to you guys if you're watching. Big shout out to you as well. Um, so um, that's what I really wanted to come up here today. You guys know I don't come in, I don't do my show or any live during the week unless it's something exclusive or something I really want to talk about. So, uh, you know, this was important to talk about. So that's why I came on the live, and yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated, on what's going on because this is really really devastating. Hi. Let me check something while we are here. Um, let me go into my let me see something. Give me one sec, folks. Um, Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, folks. So maybe a lot of you guys haven't seen this, but I'm gonna show. Uh, Definitely gonna show you guys what's going on here.
Mayor Bass and Chief McDonald made that request to us. There are several other cities that have requested National Guard resources, the city of Santa Monica, the city of Pasadena, the city of Arcadia. And I'm sure as time goes on, there will be others. Our Emergency Operations Bureau will distribute not only mutual aid resources throughout the county as needed, and then we may have to redeploy people, whether it is police officers, deputy sheriffs, or National Guardsmen, as we see. And then the state, again, I can't say enough about the Office of Emergency Services and the support of Governor Newsom, who has basically called and said, what do you need? What else can we send you? I also received a call from Commissioner Sean Dury from the California Highway Patrol. We have been utilizing their resources and using them through a mutual aid response throughout the county. I want to switch gears momentarily. You've heard the word curfew come up a couple of times. We as the county are in the process with our attorneys and our Office of Emergency Management of drafting that curfew paperwork. And as we're doing that, I cannot tell you if the curfew will be enacted tonight. The goal is for it to be enacted tonight, but once we get everything done, we may enact it tomorrow night. That being said, I want to make sure, and we've said it a couple of times, in the areas that have been evacuated, do not go in there unless you have specific business. And right now, the only people who have business in there are firefighters and law enforcement, or some kind of worker that's trying to put utilities back together for us. You will be detained. You will be arrested if you're doing there. You're up to no good. And as the mayor said, we've all talked to the district attorney, who says that they will prosecute without hesitation. So please make sure everybody understands that. And just going back to the curfew for clarification is not county-wide. The curfew will only take place in the impacted areas, specifically those areas that have had mandated evacuations. So for example, in the city of Los Angeles, as they're requesting those National Guard resources, you're talking about the Palisades area. For us in Los Angeles County, it is also that Palisades, Malibu, Lost Hills area, and then the Altadena area. Pasadena, self-explanatory. Santa Monica, self-explanatory, and the other cities that are requesting the assistance. As you see, with all of our partners, from a mutual aid perspective, we are second to none anywhere in this country. Whether it is fire resources or it is law enforcement resources, we are able to depend on each other to make sure that we provide the best service we can to our community. Just the very last thing, if anyone has any questions about whether it's evacuations, mandatory, or warnings, or any traffic closures, go to lacounty.gov/emergency for updated information. Thank you very much. And with that, now I will bring up the superintendent. We didn't forget about you.
Thank you very much, Sheriff Luna. Madam Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership. I would like to also thank the city leaders, county, state, and federal entities who have been responsive, who have been supportive and collaborative during very trying times. Today, we closed all schools in Los Angeles Unified School District, and we announced earlier today, because of a detailed examination of scientific data, wind trends, and the continuity of these awful fires, that would be prudent to announce early on the closure of all schools going into tomorrow, January 10th.
LA.
We made this decision after reviewing, first and foremost, air quality data. Fires may be far away from some communities where we have schools. However, winds are transporting particulate matter, smoke, and ashes across the entire district. And yes, we celebrate when the winds subside because that allows more effective combating of fires. But when the winds subside, often that cloud of smoke lingers over certain communities. When the winds pick up, obviously the fires explode, creating more smoke. Smoke for us is the enemy as it compromises the air quality around our schools. We opened 8 feeding centers, grab and go food distribution centers across our community. We will increase that to 16 centers across Los Angeles Unified. We recognize that when we close schools, there are a lot of parents who depend on our schools not only for nutrition, but also for child supervision. That is why we partner aggressively, and I am indebted to the YMCA for opening 30 sites providing child supervision with enrichment activities at no cost to the residents of our community. So tomorrow, our students will continue in a continuity of learning methodology relying on digital resources available to them. We also recognize that some areas of our community are struggling with power, with electricity, obviously not being able to perhaps have connectivity or electricity for their devices. That is why at our regional centers, we have packets of instructional materials for all grade levels and subject areas for those families that may need them. For tomorrow, not only are our schools closed, all extracurricular activities and athletic activities previously scheduled have also been canceled. Reopening the school system is not an easy process, particularly after a crisis like this one. We need to do indoor and outdoor cleaning, the replacement of filters. That's why I want to thank in advance our workforce, particularly SEIU 99, the Teamsters, everyone involved in the replacement of filters and the cleaning process in advance of our students and our staff returning to our schools. We will be examining the data tomorrow and into the weekend before making a decision about conditions as we head into Monday. I don't need to say what has been said. This is a set of unprecedented circumstances. At no point in the history of our community or perhaps the country have we had fires simultaneously happening, not one, multiple serious fires simultaneously occurring, wrapped around hurricane level forced winds. I come from a place where hurricanes are a constant, but there's no fire associated. So this is a real threat. I want to thank the first responders that are working.
So that's what's going on, folks, in LA. And I'm glad that I can show you guys, some of you guys that don't know what's going on in LA. This is what's happening in LA. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people probably died. Um, and I'm glad that I can show you some of you guys what's going on. You keep you guys up to date with what's going on in LA. It's sad. I feel, you know, I feel it in my heart, for a lot of my friends that are out there, that probably lost their homes and stuff. And because of it, a lot of people, a lot of events are not happening for 2025. So I was supposed to head out to LA on the 25th. No, on March 2nd, but I don't even know if that's going to happen because I don't know if that area has been affected by this fire. But I don't know. We'll know further and stuff. So just keep yourself updated. If you got any family members out in LA, please call them. Make sure they're okay. Um, and for all my friends in LA, if there's anything I can do, I'm a text away. Call me. And see if we can figure out what we can do. But yeah, folks, this is what's going on in LA. And my heart goes out to everyone out there. Um, any family members, again, call them, find out what's going on. And other than that, tune in. Not this week, next week, I'll have a guest coming on the show. He is a director. And we'll be talking to him, finding out exactly what he got going on and what he's doing at this present day, as far as filming. Big shout out to everyone that tunes in on the show. Thank you so much for the love and support. You already know the vibes. It's your boy. I'm in the building, and and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Peace. Peace.